Hi guys, it's Daniel here again. I haven't made a video in a while, so I thought I'd give you guys an update of what I've been up to. So as most of you know, my number one goal is basically to make as much money as I possibly can. And to do that, I'm increasing my intelligence to really keep myself at a peak level, to really take advantage of opportunities in business, trading, and investing that come my way. So in terms of making money, I've been focusing on three things lately since I made my last video. So the first one is my current rental arbitrage business. So that's kind of my main source of income. So I'm still kind of plugging along with that. I haven't really tried to expand that recently because it's not really a market where it can be expanded at the moment. There's a little bit too high supply and a little bit too low demand at the moment. So it's still making good profit, but I'm not really going to be looking to expand that at the moment. So that was one of my focuses. So at the moment, I'm going to put a little bit less focus into that for the time being, for say the next year or so. And the second thing I was focusing on was crypto airdrops. So I was focusing quite heavily on that for about 6 to 8 months. And I did make some profit on that, but nowhere near as much as really I was hoping for. So the reason for that was basically the projects that I picked to target for the airdrops just turned out to be not that profitable. So they timed their airdrop to be really at quite a bad time in the market. So if they had timed it better when other projects dropped their coin, say in like April earlier this year, I would have made $100,000 profit. But because they dropped their coin really late into a bad market, I made maybe $10,000 or $20,000 profit, which is still good, but really it wasn't worth my time to focus on that. It did take a lot of time, a lot of mental energy focusing on that. But that's fine, still made profit. So now moving on from that as really an opportunity, because I don't really see much more opportunity in that going forward. Perhaps there will be in a few years, but anytime soon there's not much opportunity in that. And the third thing that I've been focusing on to make money is sports betting. So basically sports trading is another way you could call it. It's basically finding edge in sports betting markets and taking advantage of that. So I've got a few systems at the moment that do make consistent profit. Not a huge amount, maybe $1,000 to $2,000 per week, which is pretty good. It's pretty good kind of side hustle income. But really I want to ramp that up as much as possible now, because the rental arbitrage business is kind of stalled a little bit. I can't really expand that too much at the moment. So I'm just kind of putting that into maintenance mode. And because the crypto airdrops are also done, it's kind of freed up a lot of time. So I'm going to put a lot more focus into the sports betting avenue. So basically what I'm going to be doing is basically handicapping sports betting markets. So handicapping means coming up with my own odds, calculating my own odds for the markets, and then seeing where the bookies are wrong. And then where the bookies are wrong, I can take advantage of that and make a consistent profit. So I have been doing that already, but I've been using kind of easier systems that can generate, $1,000 to $2,000 per week. But really to make really good money, I need to be handicapping these markets myself, really coming up with my own proprietary system to calculate the odds, and then finding the edge where where the bookies are wrong. So that's really what I'm going to be focusing on for the next year or so, because if I can get this right, I could easily make $1 million per year with this kind of strategy. And yeah, it could end up as a dead end, but that's fine. I'm willing to take that risk. I'm willing to take the shot because it has the potential. So that's going to be my number one focus, at least for the next year or so, to really see how it goes. Because I'm quite confident if I do put a year's focus into it, I do think I can come up with a really good strategy, a really consistent edge in these markets. I should be able to get to at least kind of $10,000 per week profit, but ideally I'm hoping for a lot more than that. So that's kind of the financial side of what I've been up to. In terms of brain trading, I have been kind of putting it into maintenance mode. So basically just trying to maintain the current gains that I've already made. So to do that, I was training about 30 minutes every second day. But what actually happened was I would sometimes miss days. Like I wasn't 100% consistent with that. So if you do train 30 minutes every second day, that is enough to maintain your gains. But if you miss days occasionally, which is what I was doing. I'd get too busy focusing on other things, and I'd miss the occasional day. So I actually started slipping backwards, basically losing some of the gains I'd made. So now I've gone back to 60 minutes every second day, really ramping it back up to really keep my peak. And now that I'm doing 60 minutes every second day, I've actually realized I did drop down more than I thought, because now everything's coming back. So the high definition vision has come back, and I didn't realize it had gone until it came back. And things like the frequency of new ideas, which is one of the main advantages I got from the brain training, was new ideas to improve my life were becoming more and more frequent. They're becoming more and more frequent again as I've gone from 30 minutes every second day to 60 minutes every second day. The frequency of the new ideas has come back again. So because all of these advantages have come back again that I forgot about, well, I didn't really forget about them. Like, I didn't realize they were gone. So I actually dropped back a little bit more than I thought, but that's fine, because now I'm back to my peak. And now that I'm doing 60 minutes every second day, I'm going to focus on getting to quad 9 back, which I've never actually got to quad 9 back. And I'm quite interested to see what happens when I get there, because previously when I went up a new level, that's when I'd kind of unlock a new ability. Like when I first got to quad 6 back, that's when I saw that my chess tactical ability exploded. And then when I got to quad 7 back, that's when I noticed I started having a higher frequency of new ideas, new really interesting ideas to improve my life. They became more and more frequent. And then when I got to quad 8 back, that's when I kind of unlocked the high definition vision. And these were all things that I wasn't really expecting to see. They were just kind of pleasant surprises. So I'm really interested to see if anything else kind of unlocks when I get to quad 9 back. Hopefully there is something unexpected there as well that I do unlock. But even if there isn't, just the increased mental clarity, and obviously the higher intelligence, but also the increased frequency of new ideas that I will get at that level will be well worth getting to that level. So that's my main focus at the moment. My two main focuses is focusing on coming up with my own odds for sports betting markets to really take advantage of that, because that's the highest return opportunity that I can think of at the moment. And I'm going to focus on getting to quad 9 back finally. So I was taking it a little bit too easy, just in maintenance mode in terms of the brain training. But now, I'm really ramping it up, really trying to get past my plateau, past my quad 8 back plateau, and onto quad 9 back. So that's about it for me in terms of an update. If you have any questions, just leave a comment down below. If you have any thoughts on what sort of videos you want me to make in the future, leave a comment down below. Let me know what sort of videos you want me to make. And if you like this content, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Cheers, guys.